much, everyone, for joining us tonight. So, yesterday we had a conversation, and that was stemming from these PDP stakeholders, members who met, led by the Minister of the FCT, and they were asking a few questions. Paramount out of that is that zoning of the PDP presidential ticket for 2027 has to go to the south. And there are a lot of people who mentioned Atiku Abubakar's name, especially my guest yesterday, Honorable Tajuddin Yusuf. Now, officially, for a right of reply, I'm being joined by the media aide to former Vice President and presidential candidate of the PDP in the 2019-2023 presidential election, Atiku Abubakar. Mr. Paul Ibe is live for us here on the program. Thanks so much indeed for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Sean, for having me.
I'd like to clarify a few things because of the notions that were established here on the program yesterday. First and foremost, is Alhaji Atiku Abubakar still a member of the PDP?
Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has not told anybody. I mean, I was with him, today, this afternoon. And I don't know if you have any information to the contrary, his membership of the PDP. And so people should stop picking, information from here and there, especially from the social media. And we also know what is driving all of this, the fear, of Atiku Abubakar, of the ruling party. This is just what it is all about. To give a dog a bad name to hang it. Atiku Abubakar has never said he's not a member of the PDP.
So he still remains a member of the PDP?
He's a member of
the PDP.
So,
membership and interest are two different things. So there are those who think, PDP, Atiku is no longer interested. He's leading the opposition. He's leading the opposition coalition.
The coalition thing didn't start today. As soon as the election was ending, the 2023, Atiku Abubakar had, reviewed the situation, and he knew clearly that the direction to go was to have a very united, front, especially with what had happened internally in the PDP. So. And that was what he did, reaching out, trying to bring the opposition together. And there is nothing wrong, in that.
So there are those who think that he's no longer, he doesn't have a heart, his heart does not beat the PDP any longer because he doesn't believe that he's a veritable vehicle to achieving an election win.
Atiku Abubakar's heart is beating Nigeria.
Not the PDP.
I mean, let us stop.
When did he stop beating PDP?
This party, I don't understand what you're talking about.
No, is that still beat the PDP?
No, there is a bigger heartbeat, and that's a heartbeat.
But what about the
Nigeria.
smaller one, the PDP heartbeat?
Atiku Abubakar remains a member of the PDP.
The allegations that his interest is no longer in the PDP.
I mean, who is making the allegation?
Those his interest in ADC, his interest in SDP.
Who are those making the allegation?
Is it true also, Mr. Ibe, that you people have been going to INEC to register a new party?
I'm not aware. Is going to be? I'm not aware of.
I understand that you are in the know.
I'm not in the know.
Have you been to INEC recently?
I'm not aware of any.
Have you been to INEC recently?
I'm not aware of.
Have you been to INEC recently?
I'm not aware of that.
Have you been to INEC recently, Mr.
I'm not aware of a process to register.
Have you been to INEC recently? That's
I'm not aware. I'm not aware of a process to register a political party.
But is there a thinking that a new political party?
I'm not even aware. I'm not even aware. Whatever it is that you're hearing are things that are just in the public domain. A lot of this information is at the instance of the ruling party, trying to give a dog a bad name to hang it. That's what it's all about.
How do you respond to the program of yesterday?
From
what Honorable Tajuddin Yusuf said?
I didn't watch him.
But there have been a lot of views about Mr. Atiku Abubakar, one of which is that Atiku Abubakar cannot get the ticket of the PDP a third time. For 2 times now, it's been bungled, according to them. A third time,
I don't understand about stand. These are characters who are undermining, the ability, of the opposition, the main opposition party to effectively, act. These are the people who are in bed, with the ruling party. I mean, it's ludicrous, for the same people who are working to decimate the PDP to now turn around and accuse other people of, doing what they are doing. The former minister, before he joined this administration, did indicate clearly that the C in APC is actually cancer. All Progressives Congress, the minister of the FCT. And that cancer is metatizing. He's ensuring that. He has a strategy to ensure that the opposition party is killed.
But how do you see it, though? And it's becoming a pattern, isn't it? That Atiku Abubakar has not been able to sustain loyalty of those who have worked with him. He lost Peter Obi. He lost Okowa. And these are people that a lot of people will think, why would you lose those kind of people?
And you think it's about Atiku Abubakar?
Is it about those people?
No, sir. It's about the individuals. It's not Atiku Abubakar has remained the same person that he is. I mean, at the heart of Atiku Abubakar is his love for Nigeria. Atiku Abubakar is a pan-Nigerian. I'm a living, testament, to that. I'm an Igbo man from Imo State. I've been with Atiku Abubakar. It cares less about where you're from, what language you speak, and how you worship. And so Atiku has been, people have been coming and naturally, he has mentored a lot of people are coming and going.
Yeah, I mean the feeling, the feeling that it doesn't operate well, handling relationships with those who were Obasanjo's situation as one, Peter Obi situation, because Ifeanyi Okowa too is another issue, and even when he first ran for president, who was his running mate at the time? Do you remember? Senator Obi, isn't it?
No, 2007.
Yeah. So there are those who say, look, Atiku has not been able to maintain those relationships. And the fact that all of this is coming out, and they say, look, they can no longer give the ticket to a man like that.
Is ticket given?
Well, there's a collegiate that donates the trust.
Atiku Abubakar
they give, actually. It's a collegiate. It's a group of people who determine
Atiku Abubakar has had to fight for the ticket all of the times.
But it's been given by members of the party.
Nobody has donated a ticket to him.
It's a donation.
You contest
for trust into the
hands
of one man to say, go and represent us at the poll.
You contest. So I don't know about, donating, ticket to, listen,
yeah.
We know what this is all about. And we need to begin to refrain, this is not what we should be talking about. It's not what we should be talking about. Nigerians are suffering, and we are here having a drama.
We're trying
it's a comedy.
We're trying to determine the leadership recruitment process.
No, sir. Because what is happening is that
those who think they have good ideas don't get into power, nothing ever gets done. People are talking about zoning, for example, Mr. Aide, have they strategically chased Mr. Atiku out of the PDP?
They don't want us to talk about the realities of our existence.
But today they said that as they pain you, it is suit them. Because they are performing.
Well, it is paining us as Nigerians. I mean, people are suffering. And they don't want us to talk about now. And so we have to talk about 2027.
You heard what Mr. Reno Omokri just said, that the Bola Tinubu government is perhaps the better one that Nigerians could have based on the offer that was on the table for Nigerians at the election.
It's better in security.
But they say it's better.
No,
it's thought about
not even talking
the economy.
About him. I'm just talking, general. Let's look at it. Security. Better in security, with all the killings all over the place. Better in inflation, food inflation. Better in the cost of doing the cost of doing business, or the ease of doing business. Better in what way? Better is a relative, what? Yes, it is better for some people. Those, who are linked to Babylon. It's better for them. There's no doubt about it.
What is the thinking of Atiku Abubakar? You are his mouthpiece. What does he think about the present government?
It's a total failure.
This government?
It is.
And that commissioned the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway, commissioned the ICC,
you saw the,
commissioned another infrastructure.
You saw the controversy around that road. You commissioned 4%. They are even not even sure if it's up to 30 kilometers. And the 30 kilometers is not even contiguous. Sheung, this is it. You commission here. There is a gap. You commission here. What are you talking about? All of this is all about 2027. Focus on the job. Focus on governance. Make life meaningful, better for Nigerians. Make food affordable. Let there be security of lives and property, which is the primary responsibility of any government.
They said that there is
commissioning 30 kilometers.
A temporary pain. And there will be gains at the end of the day.
Where is it? It's the bright day that brings forth the other. There are no signs, Sheung. It's 2 years down the line. I mean, if there are any signs that the remaining 2 years are going to be better, we'll begin to see it.
So there is no hope from your own point of view?
The only hope.
But they're bringing a renewed hope. That is the agenda this government is bringing to the table. Renewed hope.
Hope. Hope.
Hope is a beacon of light.
It is, but well, there is no hope that the price of foods are going to get any cheaper. There is no hope.
Would Atiku have done better? That's the question.
I come to compare apples and oranges, Sheung.
Shegun Sowunmi said Atiku Bola Tinubu is smarter than Atiku.
I don't know about being smart about relative. I mean, let me tell you about Atiku Abubakar.
But that's another man that has left, that looks to have left your principle.
Listen, Atiku Abubakar, tomorrow is Democracy Day, right? And one of the pillars of democracy is freedom of association. People are free to associate with anybody. They didn't fit. Atiku Abubakar, gives opportunities and continues to give opportunity to a lot of people that have passed through him. Okay? And, some of them, as media advisor, I'm sure I have in my files, and we won't get petty and begin to talk about maybe the salaries or whatever, the people that were paid the hotel bills and all of that. We don't need to do that. The point is that Atiku Abubakar gave opportunities to people, and if they choose to go, elsewhere, for whatever reason, it's within their conviction.
So now, if the PDP says we're zoning to the south, don't you think that has precluded Atiku Abubakar in this game?
Well, the PDP has not said that.
And so let's stakeholders, the stakeholders, which stakeholders? They're agitating. There is 4 former governors, members of the National Assembly.
The FCT minister that has turned his official residence into a PDP, meeting, ground. Is that the people who are talking about stakeholders?
Will it be fair if Atiku Abubakar gets the ticket of the PDP again?
Fair, I don't understand about fair.
One man, the ticket of the party 3 times.
What is wrong in a man having a desire, to offer his service? It looks like as if, it's now an anathema. Somebody says he wants to offer, services. A man who is well-wired, experienced, has the acumen. I hope you know Atiku Abubakar went back to school. He has a master's degree. I hope you're aware of that. Where he went to school is not in doubt. I hope you're aware of that there were people that he went to school with. He still interacts with some of them. We know his family. We know his background. We know where he's from. I hope you're aware of that.
Isn't that the same with all the people he was contesting with?
Who, like who?
He had about 18 of them who ran for the election in 2023. What makes him different? What makes him...
Compare him to the man that is there. Since 1999, Tinubu has continued to be a controversial person. The issue of his birth is controversial. The issue of where he is not, according to me, please, with due respect. The issue of where he's from is a controversy. The issue of the school that he went to is a controversy. The issue of his age is a controversy.
But the people,
and you want to compare him.
But those who voted him say they don't care about
that's
that.
Why I say
they just care about if he can deliver to Nigerians.
Sorry?
If they voted, I'm saying we don't care what those controversies. We just want him to deliver to Nigerians.
Okay, we don't care.
No, those who voted him, his supporters don't believe in all what you're saying. He's been governor of Lagos, he's been a senator.
But I mean, since 1999, you know, when Gani Fayemi started his discovery, if it's going to go away, it will have gone away. It hasn't gone away. It hasn't gone away.
But Atiku also has his own controversies.
Like what?
A lot of them, though.
You say,
I don't want us to start
just mentioned. You say them.
We're not in the business of character.
That's what I'm telling you, that we are being distracted. We're not talking about what Nigerians are going through. We're not talking about the states, you know, of the nation. And we are being distracted to begin to talk about 2027. And that shouldn't be the case. And that is not the concern of Atiku Abubakar.
Your final word tonight, what would it be to the people of Nigeria, especially in the last few days where they think that there are those members of the PDP who don't think that Atiku should be a best fit for the candidature of the PDP?
Nigerians should, you know, keep their eyes, you know, on the ball. They should be focused. You know, better days, you know, are coming, but we need to work, you know, for it. And that work has to start with ensuring that this administration, you know, is showing the exit door.
In 2027.
That's right. A united opposition is key to all of that. All of the things that are happening that is not going to work is because they're already scared. They are scared of the prospects of the coalition. Otherwise, why has that become a talking point? Whether it succeeds or not is not their business.
All right. Mr. Aide is the media aide to former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and the presidential candidate of the PDP in the 2023 election. Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you, Sean, for
your
having
time
me.
as always. Thank
Always
you.
my pleasure.